Hello guys, we should be on live from the trading room, so hi everyone. As usual, I will wait a few more minutes before we start and move into the trading session. Let me know if the sound is good, first of all. And say hi on the chat, guys, to see which traders there are with me today. I think I already identify recurrent name Enrique Grim. Hi guys. The market earlier gives us, at least in my opinion, some opportunity. This morning we talked about those key levels yesterday on the weekly forecast. I'm in already from this morning. The market on the dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar moved down. This gives me an opportunity to go long, and we will go straight to MT5 and explaining the trades. I think if you were with me guys yesterday, so you may know what was my plan in the euro dollar, in the pound dollar. I think there are here a high risk reward trade potential, so I'm in, and I will show you what was my entry and how I will manage the trade. A reminder, like as usual guys, the trades and analysis I'm going to give you is only from educational purposes. Okay, so trading, it's, let's say, it's not trading advice, it's for my own opinion, and again, trading is risky, so take care of the risk. Okay, let's move on into the market, and as I explained yesterday, the euro dollar here was trading in a big consolidation zone, and earlier we touched the bottom of the range, and I decided at I think it's 4 hours ago to actually open the long trade. The market's starting to move actually on the long side. This is, I think, a healthy reaction after the huge movement down. I think we get down around 250 pips from the bottom again. It's this huge consolidation zone here. I have also, if you knows and identify my trading tools that I use, here we are at the bottom of Bollinger Band. So for me, this is telling me that the market here is an over volatile, okay, very volatile, goes to the top of the Bollinger Bands, reach the bottom. Okay, so first of all, it will tell me to not open a sell, so that's fine because I'm a buy. And the second signal for me is the stochastics here, that we are in an oversold, probably in the RSI momentum. Stochastic starting to cross below 20, so this is works in the H4, H1 is quite the same. And of course, I moved into a lower time frame to identify the market, the retracement and the reversal in the market itself. So and you see the stop loss should not be so far. Actually, I put it here because I waited for the market to bring a leg up. So I will wait a few more candles at least to reach probably here, to remove my stop loss, maybe put it closer from this low here. So that's what I want to do. The market can make another retest, but when the market will move at least 50 pips from here, which will be around this area here. Okay, I think this area is a key zone as well. Here it's a key zone as well, but I think when the market will move to here, I will remove my stop loss closer to the low, and I will scale up my my stop loss. So that's the way. See, the pound dollar, it's quite the same, guys. As you see, the market make a double top here again, reach the bottom zone. We had good candles here, stochastics cross below 20. We had two pin bar, very similar to this key zone. So again, this is for me a key zone area that we identify yesterday in the weekly forecast, and then I keep moving into it, and respect to the plan. The risk reward is relatively high for this type of position, which is swing positions. And lastly, what I did, sorry, before I took this type of trades, is checking also to the dollar index chart. And the dollar index chart here was I believe that the market will react to this supply. The market gives a leg down, but not enough. And here the market, which, as you can see also in the H4, this again key zone. So this was a support. Here the market dance around this zone, but here you see clearly that the market react 1, 2, 3, and actually the fourth time. So it also was an indication for me that the dollar reached a key level for that week, and I believe that the market can give another leg down, and this will benefit my plan. So this is for euro and pounds. There is not so much to say because we only enter the position, and we need to hold it as it's an H4 time frame, let's say, entry. So it will be very difficult to manage it during the 1 hour trading room today. But as usual, I think we're gonna go on the indices to make some scalp like yesterday. The market will probably give us again an opportunity to make some scalp as yesterday on the indices. Again, today the market is flat, and generally it's happened during the pre-market. Okay, so the last pre-market, I will just get rid of all those lines here. So I think this was the pre-market. So you see a huge consolidation zone. There is not much ups and down movement. Today it's quite the same. No ups and down movement. Here is what the same as well before the market pushed up. So you identify the pre-market and the let's say when US is opening Wall Street. So here it might be again a sell space like here, but on the daily chart this is very bullish. So that's why I don't want to make, at least on a daily chart, make a buy position at that spot. Okay, the market already overextended from that aspect. So of course the market can continue. I still believe that there are some space into the indices, at least to this supply. But we see here on stochastics we are above the 80 levels, and the market is way overextended probably on the daily chart. So making a buy is not a good option, but making a sell is not a good option as well in the daily chart, at least. Why? Because you don't know where is the top. So if you sell, if we go back to the explanation, let's say you identify this area, you sell, you put the stop loss above, boom, you take the stop loss. Same happen here, for example. Okay, identify an area, it's a break retest probably, put the stop loss above, and again you get stopped out. So you should be careful, and this might be the same here. Maybe you open a sell at that spot and you put a stop loss above, and again you will get the stop loss because you don't know where is the top. So we are not at an extreme zone. Also we see on the daily chart that there is nothing to stop on the Nasdaq at least, but on the S&P, guys, there is an interesting key zone that probably can be interesting to look for the day. Okay, so this is S&P, and we see clearly that this zone 4,280 level, which is this this point here, respect well with, you see there are here for especially this zone here, which is the top actually. So again, the market can give a leg down, the market can continue to go high. I don't want to be overexposed in a swing position. That's why yesterday I made scalping and not swing position on the indices. So yeah, we're gonna see at the opening in the next 20 minutes if we can have any scalp opportunity to have. But yeah, we have the key zone at least. Hi Lucian, hope you're well. Yeah, talking about gold, we identified that the markets, let's say to around all this area here, actually lost the bullish momentum. You see the market makes lower high and higher low, but you know the market tends here to consolidate, and then the market breaks out. Here we identify yesterday that this was also a key zone. This line here. So especially this area was a key zone. It was a support for last week. The market breakout at the beginning of the week. You see on the 30 minutes, a first retest, second retest. We tried to make a last retest, but again, not enough. The market slid down. So this is for gold. Yeah, I think we see this on the trading room yesterday, but the market didn't push enough. I think this was probably here. Probably this is an opportunity I miss. I like to play breakout and retest, especially when we have here on the H4 chart losing momentum. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Lucian. I'm good. Market quite a bit difficult lastly, but there are plenty of opportunity in the dollar, for example. So that's nice. Yeah, the yen also. Yeah, this is an interesting point also in the dollar yen. No signal yet, but here we have the supply that the market did not reach yet. Okay. But yeah, this is probably a key zone in the dollar yen, guys. This might be also an interesting point to get in. Yeah, there is two points that very interesting. Okay, we have the H1 chart. You see this was here on the H4 also. Support that create a resistance, then we break out, make a retest. So this is for me a key zone clearly, and we see already on the H1 that the market breaks out, make a retest, make another breakout, and we try again a retest into that zone. So here might be a first zone, and that's why I will probably make a partial entry here on the dollar yen. My second entry will be above at this supply. Okay, the market can still give a leg up into that supply, and I will also make a sell limit, especially on that supply here. Yeah, it's the beginning of the supply, and again, the risk reward here is quite high. Okay, the stop loss should be above the high, and if the market continue to go down, I think that's good. I think I have multiple key signals to open. On the H1 stochastic is above 80, starting to make the cross above the 80 level. On the H4, you see already that the market is above the Bollinger Bands here, so the market can give at least a leg back. And if not, and if the market continue to push, I have my second bullet. Okay, let's say you don't want to put all in at the first place, but I think my second entry will be here. Definitely. So yeah, that's quite a good spot also in the dollar yen. Good that I see. I identified this earlier, but yeah, the market pushed quite high here. So that's good. Yeah, still August, maybe a bit hot in all around the world. Yeah, generally August don't gives a lot of trading opportunity, but this year we see a lot. We see a lot, especially on indices that pushed a lot. Already 25% from the low. Sorry, yeah, from the lowest point. The dollar is, I think, the best asset to trade definitely during that period. In long term, you put take profit or depends. What do you mean by long term? Is this long term, you mean swing trading, let's say 1 week or 2 weeks? Or you talk about, let's say, long-term portfolio, which is few years. This is two different things. But if you talked, and I think that you talked about swing trading, okay, like probably this trade on the euro. First of all, I need to know what happened in the next few hours, maybe at the end of the trading day, to understand what's the sentiment. And if the market starts to move up, of course I will put some take profit. Let's say the market pushed and I'm not here in front of the screen. So actually I'm in front of the screen, so that's fine. But let's say I'm not on the daily chart. Okay. So yeah, you see actually that we buy actually the bottom of the range. So if I want to sell, I will sell mainly at the top of the range. Okay. What I like to do generally when on this type of trades is to exit at least part of the trade in the middle. Okay, we see that this is the big consolidation zone that the market's starting to react earlier today. At the middle, okay, this is where the average price is. Okay, and most likely when the market will push, you will see this Bollinger Bands here, which is the average, touching around here, and that will be first of all the moment when I will exit part of my trades. Secondly, I will remove my stop loss to break even, and I will let the second part run into my second take profit. So taking a first partial profit here is, it's around 70 pips. This is already a nice trade, but of course you want to take the best scenario would be to the market continue to reach around this area. Okay, I will not let it go to here, for example. This is not this is too greedy, for example, in terms of trading. I identified this zone. So of course you want to buy at the extreme zone and want to sell at the extreme zone. The fact is that it will not happen all the time. Okay, touching the bottom and reaching the top of this zone will not happen all the time, guys. And that's why you should exit some profit at the middle. And this is up to you. Okay, it depends. You can close 30%, you can close 50%, you can close everything. Okay, but of course you will have to close. Generally, you have less chance to take this type of trades and exit everything at the top. Let's check what happens in the dollar index. This is the 3-minute chart, maybe not relevant. Yeah, might be a next retest again to that zone. Okay, this is again a zone when I will open a sell spot. My stop loss would be above. This is exactly the same spot I have in the euro and in the pound. It's same in the dollar yen. I think the dollar yen I'm selling, so I'm also think that I'm going in the same direction. Do you ever increase your stop loss value? First of all, I will never increase my stop loss value. When I decide to enter a trade, I know that this is very difficult psychologically to respect the stop loss, because you can say, the market can return and stuff like that. So first of all, moving the stop loss higher than what it was before, it's dangerous and can, being very complicated to recover in the long term. So try to respect the first stop loss value you set. What I do is reduce the stop loss value. I will never increase. Let's say if I see that the trade goes against me here, okay, so I will never do that. Okay, I will never put my stop loss way below, because the risk will be over and the risk reward will not be enough, and in the long term you will be you will be losing everything, let's say. So respect the stop loss you have set at the beginning, first of all, because also when you put the stop loss at the beginning, you decide what's the lot size value. Okay, you say, okay, yeah, I put my stop loss here, I want to risk X%, so you don't want to be increasing this value. What I do first also is putting my stop loss closer. Okay, and I explained it at the beginning. If the market here moved up, let's say 50 pips, I will remove my stop loss closer. Okay, before that my trade was like that. Okay, yeah, my trade was like that. I put a buy here, buy position. I said if the market move 50 pips into my direction, I will remove my stop loss closer to my stop loss, like making a trailing stop. Okay, trailing stop, most likely. But I will never put the stop loss below because it will increase the risk, and in the long term, it will not be favorable. The pawn on the H4 chart is also the 50 Fibonacci level. Yeah, I think we see also here. First of all, this is a demand, a support, a big support zone, and secondly, it can be also the 50 level Fibonacci. I think we see this clearly. You see, this is the 100%, and we see that the market get down 50% from this uptrend movement. Yeah, we can see that together, but. Yeah, definitely. This is the 50 level Fibonacci, especially at the middle of the rectangle. So, yeah, good indication, Grim. Thanks. You're welcome. I appreciate. And I'm happy to discuss with you guys on the chat, being interactive. I don't like to be alone in front of my screen and talking, alone about what I do. If always you have some type of questions and would like to discuss, I would be more than happy, guys. So thank you for the question you asked, and of course we like to share. Okay, I know that there is not like I can explain. We are all traders, so I try to share my thoughts and what I think and what I view in the market, and you can also share something that you see or some key zone, some nice fundamental analysis. And here Grim gives a nice setup. This is 50 Fibonacci levels as well, so it can react and it's also react. What is my target for euro and pound? I think I already talked about that, but I will give that again, Harwan. Okay, so I think that all traders expect to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Okay, and this is also my plan, but the main difference is that at the middle of the range, okay, so this is exactly the middle of the zone, I will exit partial profits and remove my stop loss at least to break even, or put it closer from my entry. And the second part, I will let it to the top of the range, which is around here. This is OIC. So first TP here at the middle of the range, it will be 1.02 065. You see around that area, and the next spot would be at the top 1.02 600. Okay, and this will be my second TP. That's a good question, Lucian. Generally, we talked about US indices, and that's correct. I like to see the American market, but I rarely talked about DAX and FTSE. That's a good point. Maybe I should move into that market as well. You know, previously I was a commodity trader. I trade oil mainly, oil and sugar, and then I move into Forex. So I trade Forex, and then I understand that maybe indices and US market can also be very interesting. But I didn't put my eyes too much in the European market. But yeah, might be some opportunity as well here on the DAX, for example. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, the market will open in 5 minutes in US. Here it seems that euro and pound starting to push, but you should wait more. I think on the M30 minutes we starting to make the reversal here, guys. You see, this was the long downtrend channel, for example, here, especially here. Okay, we'll see if here we can have some sellers, but I think that the market starting to reverse. It's quite a huge movement here. The euro, the pound as well. Euro, pound. Yeah, thanks, Sergio. I appreciate. You see, these key levels, everyone can see that. I think it's very clear. The only thing you have to do is click on the button and click buy, not stress when you find this type of spot, because before you see those green candles, you see the market going down like very, very hard. So, and we talked about it yesterday in the weekly forecast. I just followed the plan. So. Again, the risk reward is quite high. Even the market can break because the dollar is quite strong recently. I think this is an opportunity we could take. Okay, let's move into the DAX, but yeah, on the daily chart, probably this is a zone. The second zone is quite around this area. I think what's happened here in the dollar in the DAX might be the same in the US markets. You see, it's still a daily chart with quite a huge time scale, but here the market will probably start a neutral movement. Okay, there are a lot of bad news talking about inflation. The Europe country are not in a good shape economically. Inflation, they're starting to hike interest rate. Here it's mainly about the German economy, but you see, I believe that if the market continue to reach here, it will again go down. So I'm expecting a neutral movement in capital markets and stock market, and I believe it will also happen in the S&P, okay, and in the Nasdaq. You see, this movement is a huge rally, but I don't see the market continuing forever into the top side. Okay, at some point the market will give a leg down, and we will see, you see, this type of neutral market. Okay, so we were in a bearish here, big bearish market. Actually, I cannot tell that this is a bullish market. I'm bullish in the long term, guys. Okay, I know that in a few years the market will be at 5,000 in the S&P. But yeah, I'm expecting the market to make like a leg lower and then continuing here like that. But we're gonna have like some neutral ups and down movement before we go back to the top. Yeah, 1 minute to open. Maybe we can go to the Nasdaq. I think we had nice trade yesterday on the Nasdaq in scalp. Yeah, this is the first key zone here on the Nasdaq. It was the top of yesterday. The market, the pre-market stopped to move here. Yeah, that's again, if the market breaks below here, I will wait the market like yesterday. I think a breakout and retest. I will wait the market to break below, make this type of movement again into this this line, and then I will open a sell position. But opening a sell here, you know, it's not my my playground. I don't like to open sell when you have a key zone and support line like that. The risk reward will not be in my favor. Yesterday was a strong, let's say, opening. The market at the opening spike. You see, this was the opening, and it spiked very quickly. Yeah, today the market, you know, is a bit neutral. It's still a few minutes that the market opened. But you see, the pre-market was very neutral. The huge consolidation zone. Here also might be the other block here at the middle of the range, like yesterday. Wow, it's quite huge movement again. Here might be the other block of the day. You see, middle of the range, average price, and we can have like other orders at the top. Double in the S&P. Okay, the S&P already spiked. Yeah, again, thanks Lucian for the feedback talking about DAX and FTSE. Yeah, I'm quite a bit here focusing on the S&P and Nasdaq to find any spot to make a short scalp. So I probably will do the trading room tomorrow again, and I think we're gonna have some time to talk about FTSE and DAX and maybe taking some trades. You know, I don't usually take trades on European indices, but you know, might be the start. So I will look into it. Yeah, nice volatility, but not like yesterday. Yesterday the market pumped very quickly to the top. Here it's, you know, quite a bit neutral. What's happening in the dollar yen? Yeah, I think the market will probably push into the supply here. I'm not sure that the DAX is quiet right now. Generally, I heard when the US market moved, there is generally more volume into the DAX as well. Might be mistake here. Maybe I don't know, but I think there might be also some movement. Yeah, I don't have the volume indication here, but seems like DAX is pushing because S&P starting to push. Yeah, we can have the first sell here, for example, like the short scalp example. The Nasdaq is very weak, and the S&P pushed already. This is quite a divergence, I think. The Nasdaq starting to, touch again the bottom of the range, but the S&P is strong. Yeah, the Nasdaq will likely break out here. Oh, not yet. Yeah, Nasdaq already broke out. The S&P not. Quite a divergence here. I think it's time to take some profit probably on the S&P here. I'm closing the scalp here. Nasdaq breakout might give another retest. It will probably move the S&P up. So again, interesting scalp on the S&P again. Yeah, dollar index. Maybe let's move into that. Yeah, it's not going down slowly. It's going down very, very straight. I don't think this is here a slow movement, Yeah, this is probably like slow movement. This is slow movement, but this and this is already I think a strong movement. So we got some sellers here on the H4 chart already. Okay, we get already a rejection here on the dollar. And here on the Nasdaq, I would like to wait. Maybe here, if we can, this is the breakout and retest I was looking for. So the market breaked out, and here we start to retest into that zone. This was the top here. Yeah, I agree. Like it can react to the top of this zone, but again, if we go to a higher time frame, like for H4, for example, this is a strong zone. So I agree that you see like the M5, like let's say, I agree. But this is on M5 chart, so you can have like a small retracement, of course. This is like an order block, for example, in the M5, but this. Yeah, I probably missed it on Nasdaq. Breakout, we test already. Thanks, Enrique, for being here. See you tomorrow, probably. Quite annoying the opening of the S&P today, and Nasdaq is a bit different. And you know, it's quite silence. The market will enter the zone. Yeah, I think, you know, middle of August, I think we are the 16th of August today. Middle of holiday. There are no sellers, you know, only people in vacation like us buying and buying and buying. And Wall Street traders are not here to put the market down. Might be the explanation. Yeah, pound continue. See, this was, let's say, the order already whacked here. The euro not yet, but likely to happen. Yeah, you just talked about it, and you know, yeah, I just missed here the top. Yeah, it doesn't give me the place to make any scalp here. See, it's ups and down. I want to again, could open here, sell. I don't know. Yeah, trying to push down. Silence, guys. I don't know. It is very quiet. Yeah, probably the market will go back again to the, like yesterday, yeah, like in the middle of the range here. I still don't know what to think, so better to stay away. Better to stay away today, I think, at least in making some scalp. The S&P it's still at the top. Yeah, I was looking at gold. Yeah, maybe here a fake out, total double bottom. The market react to this demand here on the H4. You see this. Yeah, I agree with the Lucian explanation here. If it's keep hitting your stop loss and then the trade returns, so you should reduce your lot size, your volume, and then you can have a wider stop loss. Let's say a bigger stop loss. The value will be the same. Let's say you will be ready to lose 1%, but the stop loss will be larger, and you will have to take, of course, a smaller volume if you want. There is no other things to do if you want to reduce, let's say, the stop loss. Yeah, I understand. That can happen. Yeah, in gold, I don't know. I will not make a buy, I will not make a sell. It's quite very choppy here, so I don't know. I have no idea as well in gold. I know that this was, for example, here a nice a spot. This was a key zone. Here, probably the demand, but again, the market is weak on the H4. So I don't know. I will not at least make anything on gold. And here the Nasdaq again try to react from the bottom. Maybe it can be like a buy from that here. Not yet. Okay, so we move down. I'll make a short scalp here. Oh, the market quite drops. What probably would be the next zone? I expect the market at least to make a green candle in the M5 to make a retest. If not, I will be closing it in a loss. I have no choice here. Here again, the S&P didn't touch the bottom. This is also one reason I'm keep opening a buy in the Nasdaq. The S&P, keep to be strong here. Yeah, might be the next zone. I will be taking the first loss here. And the market is overreacting. The S&P, the market looks strong. The S&P is pushing. What's happening on euro? Pound keep continuing. Yeah, at least a retest to the top of the zone here. I would be exiting this sum. We'll close the second one. Oops. Yeah, the market have to push here at least to probably exceed this type of position in break-even. And if not, I would be, if the market continued to break below the lowest point, I would be exiting the trade. So we have here Doji on the Bollinger Bands. If you can push enough, That's the question. Well, it is just looking a retest probably of that zone. Yeah, the market is very quiet on the S&P, not breaking any low point, not breaking any highest point. So that's what I will do here on the Nasdaq. Just put a stop loss below the lowest point and try to exceed the stop loss, the overall operation here, or at least to break even at the top. That's probably what I will do. But the S&P starting to push. Yeah, I have no idea, guys. Okay, I think we reached the end of the session. I should still be managing this one. Okay, here we are in the S&P. Did we break above? Not yet. But we are at the top. Yeah, I will take TP at the middle. That's fine. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, guys. Thank you for this session. Quite very exciting. Still checking the trades. Very exciting. A lot of movement. So, you know, this was very interactive. I appreciate being with you during that session. I will probably do the trading room again tomorrow. I don't know yet about it. But yeah, thank you for being with me until the end. Thank you for participating in the chat. I really appreciate. Again, have a nice day and probably see you tomorrow. And if not, we will see each other on Monday for the weekly forecast. Guys, have a nice day. Take care of you and goodbye. Maybe nice vacation also. Have a nice holiday for some of you that are going abroad. Goodbye, guys.